All right. Greetings, adventurers. Finally, after our audio issues. Welcome to GrowedUpGeek Gaming, your home for narrative and roleplay focused Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition live play campaigns. It's Tuesday night, which means we are here for our original show, our long-term persistent campaign, Eberron Tranquility's Betrayal, in our second season. About to come to an end. Before we get to another episode, episode 9, let's do a quick round of intros. We'll do a recap for last week, and we will jump right into it. I'll start. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Manny at GrowedUpGeek on your social medias, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. If you like what we do here, give us a like, follow, subscribe, high five, fist bump, whatever it is to show your affirmation. We are live here Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Eberron tonight, and then on Wednesdays our high-level limited campaign Dynasty of Dragons, and very soon coming on Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be doing Legacy of Blood, a mini-series, very drow-focused, about a loving family and the way they get along. But that's that. New videos hit YouTube Mondays and Tuesday afternoons, so check us out there. Give us a follow. We really appreciate it. Okay, I think that's everything. Now that I am done, let's meet our amazing cast. Let's start with Flametongue. So, Nick, tell us about Flametongue.
Flametongue is a Goliath, the motion paladin of the Church of the Silver Flame. Just a stranger in a new land trying to really, I wouldn't say push religion on people, but she's not gentle about her nudging of her religion on every person. And, I very confused about what's actually happening. We got a lot of different players in the game right now. What could be going on with these new versions of these Warforged, what their actual purpose is. So, just trying to figure everything out and navigate what could be a sticky situation.
And if only it potentially could get stickier. But who knows? We'll see. All right. Fabulous. All right. Let's slide over. Tenta, tell us about Masawa.
Hi, I'm Tenta. I play Masawa. He is a undead warlock hexblade that is basically kind of dealing with his own struggles with the gods while helping his friends, and getting more and more of a vested interest in fulfilling our missions. So having a lot of fun too.
Okay.
So
all right. Okay, we'll take it. Last and not least, our resident smart guy from a foreign country. Landon, tell us about Kai.
So Kai is almost a revolutionary in a sense. He already has certain issues with the whole notion of kings and queens. In Zalargo, where Kai comes from, it has I wouldn't say proper democracy, but it is a democracy. It just is a shaky one since the elites still own most of the power. But he sees it as preferable to kings and queens, so he would like to see that system spread across Corvair. But thus far, he has sort of failed at his attempts to take control of the situation. He's trying to walk a very fine line between causing international war and, being an advocate for change. So he can't push too hard, but sometimes he feels like he needs to push harder. So he's in that toss-up there. But that's Kai. That's what today. He's back on the mission.
All right. Back on the mission. Got it. All right. Let's make sure I get this. Yes, I do like this. All right. That is our amazing cast. Last week, we picked up right at the beginning of combat when Kai was ever so overachievingly thrown to get a better view and ended up tumbling into a little kind of cart of tools, alerting everybody in what they'd come across as the Creation Forge, the place that House Cannith manufactures Warforged, against, might we add, the Treaty of Thronehold that says no new Warforged were to be created. And here they are, the party catches them red-handed, fight some other various mechanized constructs, what appeared to be a scientist, an engineer, some Warforged, in which they discovered that some of them were being stuffed with things inside their cavity, like Bender from a Futurama episode. Does anybody remember what was being stuffed in them?
Explosives?
Explosives, yes.
Yeah, Bender generally has party favors. I mean, he probably has had an explosive or two in his torso.
War as heck. He has the thing that Nixon puts in him to blow up the brain balls.
There you go.
That's right.
But usually beer.
Come for the D&D, stay for the random Futurama nuggets. In this workshop, they had a lift that they eventually rode up after dispatching another mechanized kind of construct, another engineer, some exploding Warforged. They rode it back up to another room, apparently to which completed Warforged were essentially wrapped and shipped off to various destinations. They encountered another engineer, and most interestingly enough, members of the King's Shield, royal bodyguards of members of the royal family who were apparently in on helping these people of House Cannith illegally manufacture Warforged against what is essentially international law. This is not just the law of Breland. This is the law of everywhere in order to keep the war from bubbling up again. What pieces of information did you guys find on the various bodies and the such?
We found the inventory of where the Warforged were going, how many of them that were stamped that they had been delivered to House Cannith, and a couple other places.
A foreign country,
The Dragon Towers and Central Plateau,
and then an address in the city.
which was House Cannith.
What's
Right.
the address?
Yeah, well, it didn't have to do with. I know it was House Cannith making them, but I don't know. Maybe I just wrote down the notes wrong.
Dragon
Okay.
Towers and Central Plateau.
Yes, it is an address to that neighborhood. House Cannith is in that neighborhood, but that may not be where the address is sent to.
And then we also found the King's schedule itinerary. And if the past shows the future, that means there's an assassination about to be attempted.
Yeah.
So.
And our ever so diligent and faithful members of the King's Dark Lanterns, designed to root out all enemies to the nation of Breland, could not have a better group of intrepid adventurers in which to save the king. So we will pick it up there. You find yourselves in the workshop from which you just came from the Creation Forge. There's still the tube that seems... Did you guys break the tube or no? No, right?
No.
Okay. So there are still Warforged being shipped off in this grand tube. Let's see. What do we do with initiative order? We're just going to...
Also, before one of the King's guards died, he said to us something about the prince waiting for us, or the prince said everything's fine, and then they attacked us. So we could be probably dealing with one of the princes. I don't think it's the two idiots, and I don't think it's the young boy. So,
All right.
You
So
never know, that boy may.
the old Corian with the boy.
all right. So we'll pick back up in the workshop. Everybody's dead, and as you stand there, just completed battle. 2 dead king shields lie on the floor. 1 dead House Cannith shipping clerk, maybe a junior engineer. They don't trust him in the actual making of stuff, apparently. As well as 4 Warforged that remain unshipped up this giant tube. We'll go a couple of rounds in initiative just to give everybody a little bit. We'll start just at the top from last week. Flametongue, what would you like to do as these Warforged get shipped? Kai, you're in a chest, and Masawa, you're looking through bodies. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look in this little closet back here. I think that was the last place that we had to explore.
Okay. There's nothing in it. It's just a supply closet. It looks like a couple of extra pieces, some packing things, but nothing of real significance.
And are there any like controls out here that I can see for this like tube or anything at all?
Give me a perception check real quick.
17.
Ooh, okay. Very nice. Let's see. There's a very large sign on the tube. It says, "Do not enter." And then just below it, over in this kind of area, there does appear to be like a little switch.
I guess I'll start heading over in this direction.
Okay. All right. Masawa, what would you like to do?
I would like to find my Owlmare. Okay, there we go. You said that these Warforged right here are stuffed with explosives?
The ones downstairs were being stuffed with explosives.
But not these.
You don't know.
Well, the ones downstairs were then getting shot up here into this room. So I would assume that these are the ones that are getting exploding. Maybe.
Well, since there's no one around to stop me, I'll just say it out loud that we should try and ignite one of these. That way, wherever it goes, it will explode.
Kai is not even in the same room, so
You're not.
He's
I'm
talking out loud.
not. I'm not saying no because I can't hear you.
exactly. I think as a player, would like to see it play out. Kai may disagree. But...
I'll come over here then. And be like,
It's just a good
No.
visual to see a skeleton just standing in the middle of the room. There's nobody else around. Maybe we should blow one of these things up.
Out of
Kai.
context skeleton.
Yeah. Kai will respond since I guess he'll be saying it to Kai. He'll say, "I feel like the problem is that if it blows up close to here, they will know something went wrong, especially when they come investigate and see the dead bodies. Right now, we might have the element of surprise when we follow the king's itinerary or go to these addresses. They may not be on to us yet."
Well, anyone who walks through here will see something has been done. Maybe we should throw the bodies into the chute.
Shove some bodies. I feel like the goal is to not alert someone else somewhere else as to there's some skullduggery going on in this.
Great word.
Yeah, Masawa's, he's 2,500 years old, dude. He's not quite figured out how technology and things work. It's a tube that goes over.
trap.
All right,
I
Kai,
mean, we're not supposed to go.
Kai,
in there,
what does Kai, as informed by Landon, who was kind of on board with the explodey sending it in the mail thing, the kind of Eberron Unabombers that you guys are trying to somewhat become here?
So as a player, I think it would be fun to do the explosive thing because number one, we might be able to take out a large number of the Warforged. We don't know where it goes leading out of here. Number two, while it would alert the enemy to something happened here, it would probably also cause an investigation where these things would be found by the king's guard. Unfortunately, we don't know. We have this itinerary of the king's schedule. We don't know when this assassination is necessarily going to happen. And if we could stop it in the middle, we might be able to attack the people before they have a chance to even know we're on to them. So
Do you not wish the king dead yourself?
I do, but if the king falls,
You should aid the assassins.
it would very potentially lead to Thrain and Karnat and the other nations seeing Breland as weak. The last war, though it's been over for 4 years now, tensions are still very high. And while I see the king as a despicable man, a war would lead to the death of thousands, if not millions.
Death is not always permanent.
Well, like all they also kind of need is like a reason to persecute the changelings even more, and they could just pin everything, no matter who it was or what happened, on a changeling, and just be like, well, now they all gotta go. So it'd be like a Holocaust.
Oh, they're gonna spin it, you mean?
Oh, they would definitely, dude.
Yeah.
Man, what a bullshit maneuver.
It's a little bit of a lose-lose. Now, that being said,
Lose.
All right, well, I'm gonna walk over here and start looking at these Warforged, opening them up and stuff.
that being said, if you decide to blow them up, I mean, Kai is not.
I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, he's not. He's not
Yeah.
going to stop you. He just doesn't personally think it's the best course of action. But
Masawa acknowledges that,
Okay.
and then he walks over there and starts tinkering with it.
All right. Give me an investigations check.
Zero. I don't know if I'm even looking at the Warforged. I could be looking at a topiary at this point.
You're literally just hitting it like an UCR.
Yeah.
it's like
What does this do?
it's like the kids when they're playing with the little shapes and they're trying to
Yeah.
put like a circle in the triangle slot.
That's exactly how I conduct myself.
All right, so needless to say, you come up with nothing. Flametongue, you want to make your way over to the button?
Yeah, I'm gonna go press the button.
Okay. As you slide, the button's actually going to be like right here. As you get close to the tube, you're going to hear it like thwump, and one's going to get loaded in and like, sucked up into God knows where, unless you put an explosive one in and you find out. Give me a strength save, because as it goes up, like the suction is pretty impressive. I imagine you're going to be quite fine. You big Amazonian beauty.
Oh yes, I got a 21.
Okay. So it's going to tug at your cape a little bit, and you're going to notice like a slight shift in balance when the tube takes off, but nothing. Press the button.
Wait, now we're gonna run out of opportunities.
Well, as if if I press the button, I feel like it's gonna stop. And if we stop these guys from, well, I mean, I guess they're not gonna make a complete delivery because we already blew a bunch of them up. So yeah, I'll press the button.
Okay. All this kind of change in air pressure, this feeling of like a mechanized, transporter, like operating and stuff, just comes to a halt. And everything kind of goes, and it's almost like this little breeze of air that blows through when it shuts off. And even the kind of rack that's been moving the Warforged along the track kind of powers down a little bit.
Right down. Okay.
Masawa, you're down to 3. You want to take a look at the next one, or are you just going to...
Yeah, I'm going to move to the next one, assuming that the one I was looking at is hexed or in some way cursed. If I can't figure it out.
It's going to be that one. The one in the back's going to be the one that you looked at.
You beat me to the owlbear.
Go ahead and give me an investigations check.
Nice. That time I got an 18.
Okay. You're going to find the compartment. You're going to get the hinges matched up. You're not going to try to open the hinged end or try to open it like an oven when it's a swing door. So you managed to get your bony little fingertip in there, pry open the front panel, and inside you just see this gigantic thing that looks exactly like the ones you saw downstairs. It's like a big kind of paper wrapped cylinder that perfectly fits in the chest cavity of this Warforged.
You can hear me say it under my breath to myself. X. Does this look like the explosive that we were looking at?
Yeah, it looks the same as the explosives did.
Excellent.
If that's a generic enough answer.
I'm gonna start generating a little electricity in my fingertips on my free hand.
Kai's just gonna be whistling in that room like, I hear nothing, I see nothing, I hear nothing.
Before you try to blow it up, put it inside of the chute so that you can
Well, you'll have to be ready with the lever.
I'll press the button again and make that strength save. I just don't want you to light one of them off when it's standing in the middle of 2 of the other ones. The room where we're all standing.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go ahead and pack this one over to
remember
the line.
I think Kai had a potion of healing last week, but Kai is like at barely any health.
Well, you're in a new room.
Yeah, he's protected.
Look at the size of the wall.
Yeah.
That's not a bunch of shrapnel that could go flying at you either. Don't worry about that. Like barrels of like wrenches and shit. Okay. All right.
And I could not dodge a wrench last episode.
You did.
You
can do it again.
All right. So, all right, you're gonna get ready to light this thing on fire. Kai not stopping Masawa from doing this. What else are you doing aside from kind of minding your business and staying in your lane?
Was there anything else in that chest? I can't remember if we looked through it last week or not.
It was the. I think that was
just the lenders.
That was the King's schedule and stuff.
One of them was the schedule. One of them was like I think that was the invoices and where they were sent was in the chest. The schedule.
The schedule was on the guard. I think.
Yes, one of the King shields. It makes total sense. They work for him.
In that sense, in that case, Kai is going to do nothing but watch.
Maybe close.
Probably close the door.
Maybe close his door just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good idea.
All right. Flametongue, you and Masawa apparently on the same page that you are going to send an explosive robot through this, what appears to be Sharn's mail system. Yes?
I mean, it's happening, so I might as well be helpful.
Okay. Don't stand in the way of progress, sister. Way to go. All right. Aside from just grossly anticipating where this thing is going to go, like hand above the button, dramatic, right? Like just
hovering, waiting.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Hold on to something else.
Got
like
it.
a table or something. Just brace myself for the suction.
Heard. Okay. All right. So you're ready to go.
Ready to go.
Masawa. You are going to do the next one ready to go. Yes.
Yeah, the next one ready to go.
Okay. Give me a strength check to drag it. It's heavy.
Okay. I didn't do that bad enough. Actually, I did it. My character sheet. 18.
Okay. Yeah, a lot better than I thought. Your
Yeah,
bony,
me too.
yeah, your bony ass manages to like well-formed fireman carry underneath like the kind of armpits, lifted
It's
with
technique over power.
Yeah, I mean you can even lift with your back if you want to. I mean, what muscles are you gonna really strain? So you just twisted and jerked and yoked this thing up. And then you set it down in the tube.
Yes.
Walk me through it.
All right. Now that it's in the tube, I rub my fingers together and start shooting electricity at the shell of
Darth Sidious style.
Yeah, Sidious style at the shell of the Warforged. You can see it like hanging off of it and like dragging across it and starting to heat up.
Okay. It's wrapped in paper. So it's gonna start to like get like a little smolder. Is that
When I see fire, I'll tell Flametongue, when you see flame, hit the button.
So a little smoke starts to drift. The room's going to kind of fill with the smell of burning paper. And after a couple seconds, like a loose like flap, how they're kind of like coil wrapped paper, usually in a tube, a little bit's going to kind of fray off, and just the tiniest little like actual flame is going to appear.
So hit the button. I let go of the electricity and take a jump back.
Okay. Flametongue, we're hitting the button.
Hit the button.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to take a jump forward to Flametongue and grab her arm.
Okay.
Just in case.
All right. Who do I want? All right. Flametongue, you give me a strength save first to see if you hold on to the table. Because if not, both of you are going flying.
I rolled a 12.
Unprepared, more focused on pressing the button. You're both going to take a tumble.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. As a reaction, I will use a spell that will teleport us away. But unfortunately, it does make a big zap spot where I was, and it probably will get those two Warforged.
Up the tube it goes, like a nice trail of smoke, like a firework went off, is left after it's gone. Hear it kind of go. Everything settles down. The Warforged, after your spell, get a little singed on the feet, that kind of weird discoloration of metal, especially like brand new polished stuff. But nothing else.
I messed up the plating on it.
Couple of seconds goes by, nothing. couple of more seconds go by. Nothing. And after almost a minute, nothing is heard. Either it failed or it moves so fast that by the time it did explode, it was far away.
Well, I'll casually open the door and
Well, you know,
well, sorry about that. It seemed like a viable idea.
something could have happened. You never know.
We should.
Nobody got hurt.
Over here is some stairs, right? Or it's
Yes.
not- All right, we should head over to this hallway and start looking down.
Yeah, I mean, we searched the room, we searched the bodies. I think there was a couple of rooms upstairs that we didn't go into, but that's not a huge deal. I'd rather get the fuck out of here than
We have to finish interrupting their operation.
yeah.
If
I
only
mean-
I could put some kind of delay on these Warforged here and make them blow up. I wish I was an artist or this crap. So you want to get out of here? You think we have what we need and should leave instead of
Well,
trying?
we have the king's itinerary, and we have the basically like evidence that says that there were, you know, that at least House Cannith knows about these new Warforged being made. We have addresses to go to check out other leads. I
Yeah.
think sticking around here any longer is just gonna get us caught or in another melee.
Yeah,
You know,
which we can't
we
really
can't
afford.
necessarily afford to do right now because I think I have 1 second level spell slot. That's it for healing.
I burned my last spell slot and down to cantrips. So
It-
So
Maybe
maybe
we
we
should.
head back to Rel's office.
it's no longer Brell's office, it's mine.
Well, technically it's Duncan's office because he's been there the longest. If he's
Oh,
still,
it is. We should be. It's
If, I
Duncan's
mean,
office.
if he's still alive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he could be dead as hell. I mean, that serial killer is still.
I mean, he could also have we should check him for explosives if we see him again.
Yeah, I mean, that's probable cause enough.
Hey, bro, I know I showed you the way with my religion. Can I open up your chest real quick?
Just not take a peek.
Smells up.
I've been speaking to the flame, and the flame said, I just need to take a peek inside. So check under the hood. Be fine.
Well, let's leave then. I agree to leave.
All right.
You beat up.
I think I might summer here. I'm just gonna make this my home now.
You head up the stairs into this, like, exceptionally complicated and weaving pattern of corridors that seem designed to confuse and to get people lost. And after, hey, our buddy Lewis, hey buddy, thanks for the sub, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
After probably close to an hour of following corridors and hitting dead ends and eventually finding your way out, you find yourself back on the streets of the Ash Black district of the Cogs. And as best you can tell, nowhere near where you were upon entering the original distribution office. Between the tunnels and the workshop and everything else, you have sprung up in this like unremarkable, unmarked black door in essentially an alley between two large buildings, both emblazoned with the logo of House Cannith.
I will blow the whistle for the crazy taxi.
After a couple minutes, you see something in the very darkened skies. Not a lot of sunlight gets down here. Plus, given the time of day, it's very dark. Eventually, kind of gets a little lower, circling, kind of looks down. Hey, I was worried about you. Worried that you didn't make it. I was about to leave. Is everybody okay?
I think it's fine.
Fine and dandy.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, well, hop aboard. And he kind of reaches up in this little bag and pulls out little noodle bowls for everybody. They had these at the festival. I don't know if you got a chance to get them. They were really good. I got them while you guys were down there. I was glad that I found you again and that you didn't show up before I got back with these. So I just wanted to let you have these. Where to?
Where was Rel's office? What district was that in?
Oh shit.
He picked this up to pick us up.
Do we want to go back there, or do we want to continue looking through where we know something?
Well, we need to
Rest. True.
Oh,
So, I mean, we can go to any number of inn or something like that
oh.
if we don't.
You're looking.
regular road.
You're looking for a tavern. Have I got the place? Friend of mine runs it. Really great spot. And if you're interested, I would recommend the fireplace tour.
Join fire.
Kind of got a lot to do, but we have some spare time. for a
Just
fireplace.
great place to get a meal. You all look like you could get something to eat. I've been kind of dealing with you guys all day. It's getting late. I figure, whatever it is you're up to, you're probably done for the day.
Indeed. We are done for the day.
All right. Very well. Should I take you to my friend's establishment, the Fireplace Tavern?
Yes. Let's go.
All right. Okay, cool.
Masawa grabs the oh shit grip.
So
I know how this guy drives.
flies you into the Firelight district, not too far from Rel's office, one of the more kind of busy districts, and in a place with lots of like glitz and glamour, really nice kind of expensive flashy hotels, casinos, brothels, fight clubs, all kinds of things, sits this very kind of humble like brick building and sets you down in the front of it and is like, oh man, tell Talarian I said hi, but I gotta get home, and you, like, enjoy it, and like I said, if you're feeling interested, ask for the fireplace tour. Tell him I'll catch him next time, and he just like zooms off.
Have we ever got that guy's name?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so because I
It's
don't.
best for him if we don't know his name.
I
would think.
have Sky Coach Captain in my notes,
Guy-
so that could
Nice.
that might not be it, but that's how I referred to him for the prep for this session. All right.
We'll take them.
You walk into a very understated, small tavern. A dark-skinned elf with dreadlocks behind the bar, polishing some glasses. A couple of patrons sitting around. Seems like normal conduct. What's everybody's passive perception?
14.
Okay.
11.
Ooh, Jesus.
14.
Okay. Nothing seems off in the room upon
No,
walking
wait.
in.
11. Sorry, not 14. 11. I meant the wrong one.
Okay, yeah, even worse.
Even worse.
Yeah.
It looks
Wow.
fine
You're even
here.
less aware. I was like, you're
Looks
barely
great.
aware that there's a bar here.
This looks. What am I seeing?
Yeah, dark skinned elf behind the bar. Hi, what can I do for you? Welcome. Must not be much for talkers. And he goes back and just polishing his glasses.
We need a room.
Oh yes. Very well. You can see him like speak into a little thing on his wrist. How many would you like?
We each want our own room. Want to share a room? Well,
Have any
Tenta
preference?
doesn't sleep. We'll just get one room.
All right, very well. It'll just be a couple of minutes. If you'd like to have a seat, I can get you a drink. I apologize for the kind of authoritative presence here.
Oh no! Are those Keith's guards?
They show up every now and again. But yeah, what can I get for you?
Nothing. I'll get the room ready quickly.
Food and
Sit
drinks
down.
for myself and my companions.
Okay. Very well. Speaks into his little wrist thing again. All right, very well. Have a seat. Don't worry about them. They're doing their job. Just don't mess with them. They won't mess with you. They got more important things to worry about. Don't worry about it. But yes.
Are they king shields?
Yes.
Or are they city guards?
They're king shields.
The worst of the worst. Well, hopefully they don't recognize us.
I don't think they will. We're nondescript.
You're a Goliath, a skeleton, and a gnome traveling together. You are about as descript as humanly possible.
No, we're nondescript.
Well, Tenta still hasn't taken off the Destro mask that we found in the magical armoire.
Yeah, I look like a screaming skull face,
Like Ghost
metal
Rider.
spikes and shit.
Flame
Yeah.
shooting out of the back of like a metal skull. Cool. Nondescript indeed.
They're very nondescript.
All right.
And then after she orders food, I'm gonna start passing out religious pamphlets to the patrons.
Okay.
And I'll just put a big fat stack of them on the bar. Just say, this is some reading material for your patrons. Spend a lot of time on that.
Kind of looks at it. It's like whatever. Kai, what would you like to do entering the tavern?
I think Kai will just be keeping an eye out because we don't know what happened with the Warforged necessarily, and we don't know who all would be onto us. So Kai's going to kind of have his guard up, but he's going to try to rest as much as possible. He really wants that like short rest in there. So
30 minutes. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not gonna fucking move.
yeah, he's gonna keep his guard up, but he's gonna be like on it. So
Your defensive sleeping.
yeah,
On the floor? By the door?
he'll be up here with you all, but he's just gonna be looking around.
Okay.
He's not really going to just like let his guard down. Is what I guess I'm saying.
Kai, go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage since you're very like committed to seeing what's going on.
Oh, Without this will work, but let's. Oh, nat 20. Oh, double nat 20.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, look, it's on D&D Beyond. You all can look it.
Insane.
You all can check it.
All right.
That's crazy.
1 in 400.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Go buy a lotto ticket.
Get it.
Yep.
So we're just going to start here at the top and go clockwise around.
Awesome.
This older gentleman appears to be an older human, probably about 50, 60 years old, in very ragged and old armor that at one point was probably very nice. Seems kind of drunk, just minding his own business, trying to sit around a little bit talking to himself. Up here, you see a dark cloaked figure with a different kind of metal mask. You encountered one of these at the brothel and also at the festival, harassing Duncan and another believer. They're having like a religious discussion.
Yeah, he was the other one of the priests from the original temple.
Threatened them as heretics. You see one of them kind of sitting there. The mask covers their face. So for the most part, you see the direction the mask, kind of faces, but there's nothing to say that the person behind the mask isn't like looking at you side-eyed while pretending not to stare directly at you. Right here appears to be a member of the King's Shield. Kai, you are going to recognize them as somebody who you were in basic training with. Okay. The bartender and proprietor seems to be a very nice fellow. Whoa, sorry. Just moved my owlbear. All right. Here appears to be just your generic kind of low-level adventurer. Seems to kind of want to talk to the King's Shield over here, who seems to be having no part of it. And then over here, you're going to see two kind of attractive female elves, almost giddy and constantly like looking at the fireplace, like expectantly.
So Kai is going to tell the party in kind of a hushed voice about the guy in the mask, the guy who was against Duncan, and just say that he keeps looking at us. And furthermore, we have two King's Shields here with us. Knowing that there are insiders from, in the King's Shields, Kai's not really at ease even with them in here, because they could be. We know there's an assassination attempt that's going to occur on the king. These people could be some of the insiders in the King's Guard. So Kai will mention that to you all as well.
Interesting. This is not a very welcoming environment.
Well, I mean, you could just wait for the room and not engage any of these people.
Best, I would think.
Yes. All I'm saying is, even once we're in the room, as we rest, we should make sure that one of us is keeping watch. We should be
I don't
ready.
sleep, so I got it covered.
Awesome.
Ever vigilant.
Always
Yes.
watching. Only waiting.
So, I mean, I guess I won't go pass out religious pamphlets. I'll just set these ones on the bar.
Okay. You don't even want to try the ladies?
He will tell a Flametongue about the ladies talking about the flame, since you know, the silver flame. Yeah. I was gonna do that and then I totally lost my train of thought.
Yeah, we'll go over there then. They seem the least threatening of everybody else in this room.
They turn out to be hag assassins, and they jump you roll initiative. Give me a perception. Give me a perception check, like as you walk up on them.
4.
Okay. You are so committed to spreading the word of the silver flame that you pay no attention to the conversation that they are having as you walk up to them. Are you waiting for the princes too?
The princes, plural?
Yes, we heard they were here.
Well, that would probably explain why there's King Shields in here.
Yeah, we're hoping that they come out and find us, and we can hang out with them. I'm sure they'd be into you too.
Which princes?
The twins.
Oh. Are you ladies in for a treat? There's some real nice boys.
We don't really care. We just want the money.
So they're here already and you're waiting for them to come down?
Yeah, we hear that they hang out with girls while they do whatever it is that people do here.
What do they do? Okay. That's some good information. Have you ladies heard of the Church of the Silver Flame?
Isn't that like a foreign religion?
Let me tell you, not for long. Okay? We're setting up shops everywhere. We're starting franchises. I'd like to leave you with some reading material. Maybe think about your lives and give them a little reevaluation. You don't want to be chasing men for money when you can devote your life to a religion and live a dour Spartan lifestyle. Money's not everything.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
Yes, sir. Oh, rolled an 18 plus 5, 23.
They kind of look at each other. I don't know. I heard they were kind of assholes. So, if we sign up for this religion, do we end up all big and strong like you?
Not only will the religion grow your morals, but it will grow your muscles. Because Silver Flame is all about your actions, not your words. So you'll spend your days doing menial tasks for strangers, and you'll love it. It's a great life.
It might be good to be selfless for a little while, and you can see they're kind of like flexing on each other and pretending to like fight with swords and do all this stuff. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, okay, we'll check it out.
So the temple's currently closed. All right, I'm working to get it opened back up.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. But here, take some of these pamphlets and just start by passing them out. Ask if anybody needs help. You see anyone in distress, give them a hand. Just try to be a better person in the name of the Silver Flame.
Okay, maybe we will. You see him like kind of giggling and like pretending to be all like strong and noble, taking like champions poses.
Boys love religion.
Maybe we're not into boys anymore. And they all kind of laugh. And then one of them, think for yourself. And she gets up and goes and kind of hits on this adventurer. Have you heard of the Silver Flame? All this other stuff like starts hitting on him.
Religion's a great way to get the boys or the girls.
So over there, make a little bit of small talk with the girl that remains, keeping an eye on the dark-haired girl. Hitting on the adventurer seems to be doing quite well. Masawa, what would you like to do?
Go around to the other side.
Okay.
Start sitting on that stool right there and start side-eyeing everybody over here.
Okay, just this half of the bar?
Yeah, the top half.
Okay. King Shield kind of, straightens up a little bit at you moving seats, especially that one on the end, but kind of looks at the other, just, kind of tells him not to worry about it, kind of goes back. Doesn't seem too, focused. He is not Kai at this moment, who is just, boring holes through everybody as he tries to figure out what's going on. They just seem to be, on the clock.
That makes me feel better.
All right. Yeah. Kai, what would you like to do? Just as your food arrives, looks very good. A little bit of ale for everybody.
Kai will kind of sip at the ale. He's not gonna overdrink because he's definitely on edge. It'll just be like a sip or whatever, and a little bit of food. He's not gonna overeat. He's not gonna stuff himself. But yeah, he's mostly just gonna kind of conspicuously, or whatever the word is. He's gonna try to watch the that one guy without making it look like he's staring at him. So
The cult hunter?
yeah.
Okay. All right. The bartender, sensing a little tension and having seen nobody kind of eat their food, if this room is a bit tense, might I offer you a tour? Should you feel that violence could break out in my establishment and be most disappointing to my business prospects. If you can guarantee safe and respectful conduct, I will grant you this tour as an investment of my future. But do not hesitate to believe that if violence is to take place in my establishment, it will be dealt with most harshly. May I interest you in the tour?
Yes. Let's go on.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Very well. And he beckons you behind the bar. He's going to take a little step to the side here. Yes. Bend down, admire the embers of this fire that they say have burned since Galifar first rose as a nation thousands of years ago. Look deep, stare, entrance yourself in the embers. Think of peace, think of calm, and think of tranquility. As you do, they kind of grow nicely in focus. Everything around you, the bar, kind of grows distorted for a moment, and you grow exceptionally nauseous and disoriented. And in doing so, you realize that you are no longer in the tavern, but in Flametongue. Are you in on this, or are you going to watch them two go first?
Oh, yeah, I'll be over there with them.
Okay.
Practice.
The disorientation fades, and you are in a very bright room. Lots of tables. You appear at the bottom of a stairwell, and you notice another King's Guard immediately behind you. I hope you like roulette. All the other tables are full. Off in the upper left of the room, up here, I didn't mean to draw on. You see a table, 4 gnomes playing cards. Right here, you see a table with a wheel, a bunch of places to bet on the table, and what appears to be the operator of the game. Yeah. And then down here, you're going to see a rather big table, very boisterous. Most of the sounds from this private back room are emanating from this table. You are going to notice the twin princes, Stend and Saul, sitting at a table, identical twins to the point where it is exceptionally hard to tell one from the other. In between them is going to sit a member of the King's Shields. And then at each end of the tables, flanking each one of the twins, you're going to see 2 very attractive human women who could not be more bored or felt like less paid attention to. The princes seem to be into themselves, their King's Shield, as well as the dealer of the card game that they appear to be playing.
So are the brothers just playing against each other and the one King Shield?
It's like blackjack. They're playing against the dealer.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Very competitive family.
I think Kai will subtly cast message
Okay.
to one of the gnomes and go through a lot of questioning to determine if they are Zelargan members of the trust or not.
And I'm going to sit at this dealer's table.
Okay. I guess give me an investigation check, or do you want like an insight check to see if the answers you get back are like legit? I'll give you the option. Like investigation, you ask like really thorough questions.
Let's go with investigation.
Okay. So you're gonna ask like really thorough questions that only like a member of the trust would know. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
One second. Boom. 15.
Okay. If they're trying to be coy and not give it away, they're being exceptionally coy in their responses. Some of the kind of terminology that you would use, some of the, kind of verbiage that come with the trust, seem to go over their heads. So either they're playing dumb really well or they don't know what you're talking about.
Awesome. And I don't think, because I'm trying to do it subtly, I don't think they would know that it's me actually communicating to them. For them, it would be more like a voice in their head.
Okay.
Someone's having a psychotic break while they're playing cards.
Well, I mean, this is Eberron, and House Civis, the messaging gnomes, they are pretty abundant in Sharn. I feel like having random communication would throw them off a little bit. But
two of them, are you gonna like probe each one of them, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one and this one As you speak to them in their heads, the ones at 12 o'clock and 9 o'clock are going to kind of be aware and even look around, and they're going to maybe put pieces together. That you're the one asking. You probably look like a wizard. You got your book out, yeah? Everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
so you brought a book to a casino. A magic effect happens to them. They're gonna
I'm a gnome.
Right.
And I'm a gnome.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're gonna kind of look over. They're gonna be aware of what's going on, but they don't freak out. They don't kind of do anything. They give you a little gnomish courtesy of, answering some questions for you.
Since they are being coy, Kai will shift to more like rumor things, like less Zilargo specific things, but more like he'll be like, have you heard rumors of House Cannith building Warforged?
All right. All right. Well, we'll come back to you while I honestly generate an answer. All right, Masawa, as you sit down, the dealer gets very animated, and sir, welcome. It is your standard bet. Pick a number 1 to 20. We'll spin the ball. Pays 20 to 1. Step up if you're feeling lucky.
Put 200 gold down.
Okay. On what number?
On one spin. On number 11.
Okay. Let's see.
That's almost half your pepper competition money, okay?
I didn't suffer that much for it. May be real.
Do I have...
Flametongue's gonna live the rest of her life on that pepper competition money.
I mean, it was good money. And good fame, too. You're really Flametongue.
It's like I'm gonna quit the church and I'm gonna start going on a pepper eating tour and all the competition.
How does this work for D&D Beyond? I just have to pick a character inside the campaign and then roll?
I think if you do that, it will show for everybody.
That's I just want everybody to see it for the excitement of like the ball landing in the casino.
Oh yeah. Everyone should be able to see it.
Okay. All right, so you're betting 200 gold on 11?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, yeah, roll this thing. Oh no. I was like, what the hell just happened? Oh, too bad, sir. He's gonna pull out his little rake and rake the money in. No time like the present to try to get it all back.
Pays 20 to 1.
I'll sit here depressed looking for a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Oh, riding high today.
All right.
Highs and lows, that's what today is.
All right, Flametongue. You see Kai, kind of doing his little mind thing over to the gnomes in the corner. Masawa's very charitable to the house from his chili pepper eating money. What would you like to engage in some games of chance, perhaps?
I'm going to go over to the princes.
Wait, what?
Say, isn't it my two favorite princes, Stan and Sterling?
The King's Guard's gonna get up. I don't know who you think you are. I'm going to recommend you leave His Highnesses alone and allow them to enjoy their night. And as he does so in a very calm kind of voice, the princes are down like below, like doing shots, being like, God, I can't wait to get out of this town. They're like, fuck this town, woo, slamming shots. Yes, Your Highness, this town is terrible. The princes would just like to be left alone to enjoy their leisure time, if that's not too much to ask.
Well, have you ever heard of the Church of the Silver Flame?
No, not interested. Royal family, we follow the sovereign host here.
Okay. Oh, here, just take some of this reading material.
Yeah, whatever. Enjoy your night. Takes the material, looks at it a little bit himself, and tucks it in the inside of his vest. As he does so, it's like, oh man, King would be so mad if you're spreading religion in this town. You know, shutting the temples down, aren't they?
Not for long. Bring it back.
Defying the king, huh?
I'm actually here on a mission from the king.
You're on a mission from the king, huh? You know our father, huh? Our dad sent you here? Did he send you here for us?
We've talked a couple of times. No, not for you. I just wanted to come say hi because you're my two favorite princes. Of all the princes, you're my favorites.
We're a lot of people's favorite princes. I mean, look at us, man. It's great. We're good looking. We're young. Fucking rich. Hanging out in casinos, man. What's my brother doing? Hanging out, doing what my dad tells him to do. Woo. So original. Congrats.
Do you guys ever do the old switcheroo?
Nah. We don't really fucking care, to be honest with you. It's like, you know who used to hate when we do that? Our dad. Our dad didn't even know us fucking apart. Can you believe that shit? They didn't even know his sons apart.
You know who'd never do that to you?
Yeah.
It's the Church of the Silver Flame.
Yeah, well, I don't even care about the religion I was given. I ain't trying no new one. Takes like a big drink. The other one
You get to set stuff on fire.
The other one kind of leans in. King would be so mad if we just joined a new religion. Can you imagine how fucking mad he'd be? They're having like a real good laugh about it. They're like, oh no. You know what I say? What? Fuck the king. It's like, fuck the king, yeah! Boom! Slamming drinks, slamming him down. Yes, Your Highness. Fuck the king. As you can clearly see, the princes are not in their most dignified state. And while I will be sure to pass along this information at your behest, I would ask again that you allow the princes to enjoy probably one of the last nights they're going to have in Sharn. You hear him snickering. You think they're going to give us our old roofs back?
Masawa's going to sigh under his breath, having to hear these twins, which annoyed the hell out of him. He just lost a bunch of money, and now he has to listen to that. He's just spiraling.
All right. Kai, as you probe into anything knowings about House Cannith, the two that are aware of what you're doing are very kind of forthcoming in their answers. Being gnomes, being known tinkerers by kind of whatever. They did mention that a bunch of gnomes have been taken in by House Cannith, despite not having the dragon mark, in a very kind of odd, against tradition kind of a move. They're usually very insular. It's a very big family, so it's not like they need more people. But a couple of the kind of more well-renowned gnome artificers have been working with House Cannith lately?
I will say, um, I will say we've uncovered some pretty serious evidence that House Cannith has been breaking certain treaties. Would you happen to know um, who I could go talk to? Any gnomes I could talk to about this specifically?
I don't know of any gnomes that aren't already there. The big House Cannith compound is in the Dragon Towers district. You might be able to find answers. I don't know. But if there's gnomes working for House Cannith, they might be up there.
Very well. I appreciate it. Shall try looking there.
All right. Masawa, how we feeling?
Just bumming, man. Just bumming. This every failure I've ever had, I'm just dwelling on it right now.
Want to try to win back some of that money?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it again.
All right. What number are we betting on this time?
Let's go with 6.
Okay. And here we go. Oh.
Balls.
Oh,
Take the
shit.
rake back. In a out of game moment, as somebody who has absolutely lost a dollar figure with a comma in it, playing roulette, who absolutely also fucking knows better. I relate to Masawa in this. I relate to 2 being bummed and seeing 20-1 going, I'm due.
I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah. It is my biggest gambling vice is that I am suddenly go stupid near a roulette wheel and what I believe to be an otherwise intelligent existence. Roulette wheel, I'm like, spinny ball, woo, money. All right. You ready to jump back on the horse or you want to wallow again for a second?
I'm gonna wallow again.
Okay.
Only this time, I'm gonna get up and wallow.
Okay. I'm going to go wallow about the room.
I'm gonna walk it off. Let's go over here and kind of have a seat at this table and just mutter to myself.
Bitter and broke.
Yeah. All of my pepper money.
I heard that, buddy, by cheating the system. All right,
Yeah.
Flametongue, the twins seem to go back about their conversations like with each other. The girl's bored as hell. The King's Shield, pretty insistent.
He's grumpy. Well, I should have taken an angle with, you want to make your dad mad? Become a member of the Silver Flame. But that time has passed. So I guess I'll just go sit with Masawa and just try to cheer him up a little bit.
Hey, buddy, you doing okay?
It's all right. We all lose sometimes. Just trying to do my good deed for the day.
This head in my hands, just like, oh.
It's okay. We'll find another pepper eating contest in some other city.
The Winter Festival's just a year away, buddy. Hang in there.
It's true.
Hey,
It's
we
true,
need to
that's
find
true.
a seed shooter guy plant us a field of peppers. And then we have our own pepper eating contest ring. That's our retirement.
That sounds wise.
All right. Kai,
Better off.
anything else you want to ask the gnomes? You want to try your hand at roulette?
No, Kai is not much of a gambler. So I think all of Kai's biggest questions are answered now. So
The innkeeper, as you know, Flametongue's over there comforting Masawa and their sudden financial loss. Kai seeming pretty satisfied. The bartender's going to show up. Your room is ready if you would like.
Yeah, probably go up to the room.
Okay. Everybody? Yeah, good. And
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Sounds like, get me away from this table.
Okay, well, one more,
Yeah.
100 more gold. Let me just try it a third time's charm.
No?
I'm not doing it again. Masawa's too susceptible. I've had a gambling problem for 2,500 years.
We were gambling on which demon was going to oppress the most people that week.
Yeah.
All right.
They won every time.
He shows you up to your very nicely appointed room. As he does so, I apologize for the princes. I do that a lot, but they come in here, they throw around a lot of money, and for the most part, aside from being rude, they don't really affect anybody. But princes and the thing. So I'm sorry about that. Here is your room. Because of what has transpired in the back room, we only feel it fair to comp your room for the evening to say thank you for your contribution to our coffers, that we feel the least we could do is provide a long and sustaining rest for you this evening, as well as provide a place for you to lay your head, mere steps away from your chance at financial redemption, that perhaps even in the morning you can sit there and lord your winnings over me. It is up to you as you see fit, and if there is nothing else I can get for you this evening, I will leave you to it, and hope for more significant contributions to the financial well-being of my establishment.
Indeed.
Takes a very deep, courteous bow, holds it as they grab
I'll give
the
him a
doorknob
couple of gold.
and close it on their way out.
Give us more.
Yeah, give him more gold. Think.
Here's a tip, buddy. Thanks, man. Preach. That's hella nice of you.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Magnanimous.
Anything anybody would like to do before sleepy time?
No.
Is there a bathroom in here?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna drop my armor and walk my skeleton ass into the shower and start washing my bones.
Okay.
I don't like that.
I remember washing my bone when I was 13. It was great. All the time in the shower. Is the financial loss that bothering you, that you just have to get the funk of
Ace Ventura just crying in
the plunger on the face?
shower.
I'm just in the fetal position, just laying in the shower under the water, rocking back and forth, scrubbing my skull.
Like a Brillo pad. Flametongue, anything? They even got you room for a fine lady as yourself, with a bed appropriate sized.
Nice.
Nothing's too big for the whale that they currently have gambling in the casino.
Yeah, I will just try my best to ignore the crying skeleton in the shower. Just life is one waking nightmare after another, and go to sleep. Say a little prayer, put my lantern up on the bedpost, and go night-night.
All right. Kai?
I think Kai, before he goes to bed, he'll get his rock out and really hold it. It means a lot to him, so gives him comfort before he goes to bed.
Okay. All right. All right. And on that note, seems like the perfect time for us to take our mid-show break. It's currently 8:54, a little later than we usually go, but we also started a little later. We're going to try to take a 10-minute break. We will come right back and greet the new day. See how we're going to do a little lighter financially and a little more motivated and with full abilities and stuff. So I won't be an asshole if I make you fight stuff. Yay. All right. So it is 8:55. To everybody watching, thank you so much. Lewis, G, Dave, everybody who's come through tonight. Lewis, thank you for the sub once again. To my players, you guys are having a lot of fun with this. I hope. All right, so we will be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see you then. Hopefully you stick around. Boo, boo. All right, we are back from our short rest. What the party will be given as a long rest into the next day. Before we went to break, the party has left the kind of second distribution center of these illegally crafted Warforged. Managed to find an inn on the recommendation of their regular Sky Coach captain, only to find out, in addition to a regular kind of inn and tavern, there's also a secret gambling room in the back that they are shocked to find. And inside this kind of backroom gambling parlor, they find their favorite twin princes. Flametongue even said as much, that they were her favorites. And just like they admitted, why wouldn't they be? They're young, attractive, they're rich, and they could do whatever the hell they want, so good for them. After some attempts to varying success of religious conversion, as well as a steep decline in the financial well-being of Masawa. Like I said, man, I can totally relate. Roulette has gotten me as well, and I'm not role-playing shit except somebody who's dumb and loves roulette. So, been there. The party got a room upstairs for the night. Masawa washing off their shame. Kai going to sleep. And Flametongue doing her best to not hear Masawa crying as she fell asleep. The morning comes. Your very standard kind of typical Sharn morning. You begin to hear kind of the traffic outside as the streets become a little more active. But the one thing you do not hear is any activity within the building, the inn and tavern and casino. No other guests kind of moving about, no activity downstairs. Like, it is deathly silent except for the noises that you all make as you wake up in the morning.
Well, man. Rush?
I'll walk out and sit on the bed and start putting my armor on.
Okay.
Does anybody have anything they want to do?
I think.
Were we?
Well, I think before anything happens, Kai is going to check the coffers to make sure that Masawa didn't go gambling in the middle of the night and spend the party money.
That's a fair thing. You'll find it all there.
Yes.
Are you looking particularly like white today, Masawa? Like really?
Oh yeah.
Like you did the really like dentist bleaching toothpaste kind of thing, and now like a vibrant bone white.
Oh yeah, definitely the whitest bone white you've seen.
Nice.
Since we started traveling together.
Okay, so
Will you fight?
Yeah, so look good, feel good, play good. That kind of mentality. So, Masawa, you feeling particularly, kind of froggy today, feeling good, and your best bone white.
Yeah,
you are set. You are set for a formal event. You know, white tie, nothing. Got nothing on that. I'm white on everything.
Yeah.
Is there anything anybody would like to do before heading downstairs? Kai assured that the money's all still there. Sawa gained. Quick learner. Probably wishes it was quicker, but.
Before we go down, I want to discuss with these guys. We should find out where that Warforge ended up, if we can. Just in passing. Have you not been curious?
Yeah, maybe it didn't do anything.
You think maybe it went out?
It could have gone out.
I think so. What a shame.
Well, we can always.
Around.
Yes, we'll keep it in mind. But what do you want to do when we leave? What is the first thing that we should focus on?
Well, we have a few we could go to the address that we have in the, Tower District? The Dragon Towers, the Central Plateau.
Yeah. Dragon Towers in the Central Plateau. That's what I got as well. That seems like something we should make a priority.
The Sky Captain pilot might be able to take us there.
Maybe. That seems like it might not be in town. Maybe it is.
Yeah, I don't know if their taxis work outside of the city.
They can travel between districts in the city.
But not outside of the city.
Not outside the city, no.
Where the Dragon Towers are.
They're in the city.
They are within the city.
Yeah. It's the like embassy and like official like buildings for a lot of things in this neighborhood.
Well, do we need a like pass to get in there, or are there like, if there's like a gate, or if it's just like a?
The nature of it is that it is a place where lots of people would come and go. So you can absolutely travel freely. It's just, like I said, I grew up in DC, and there's a thing called Embassy Row where there's just like 12 embassies, like all just next to each other because that's where they just put them.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of things there.
Well, let's go check out the address we have for where these Warforges were apparently supposed, like, I guess some of them being delivered there.
All right.
You head downstairs through an empty great room, a little sign on the bar. Sorry, we are late crashers, so we are not early morning. There's like 2 little pitchers of ale on the bar, labeled Hair of Dog. We thank you for staying with us. Please come see us again.
No continental breakfast.
They left you ale.
Yeah, that's breakfast, dude. Liquid bread.
No cheese danishes? What is this? All right.
Well, we'll have to keep note of that and make a Yelp review of this place.
Breakfast accommodations, less than desirable. Also, nobody was here in the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All they left us was hair of the dog. What the fuck is that even?
I'll leave some more of my pamphlets for them to clean up and throw away before I go.
Fair enough.
Any downtime that Flametongue has during her rest period, she's just writing these religious pamphlets. It's very good handwriting.
Okay. Just banging them out.
I mean, they're working, dude. They're working.
Okay. You leave and catch your sky captain guy with your little. You still got your whistle.
Oh, the whistle.
Yeah. It takes a couple of minutes, but eventually he makes his way down. Hi, good morning. How was the night? Did you ask for the fireplace tour?
We sure did.
Yes.
How'd it go?
Sure.
Anybody win big? Can I expect a big tip today?
No.
Did not go well.
Yeah, that happens.
It is no big deal.
Been a victim myself. It's fine. Sometimes it just gets the better of us. All right, enough about that. No need to dwell in the bad. Where are we going this morning? As I seem to become your personal taxi service.
You did give us the whistle.
Fair. I get it. That's a taxi joke. All right.
Oh, wow. Layer.
Where to?
The Central Plateau.
Okay.
Dragon Towers.
Oh. Fancy morning with fancy folks, huh?
And
yes.
Is that all that it says? Is just or is there like a specific address that we have there?
There's an actual address beyond.
Okay.
Let's try and get as close to that as possible then.
All right, fair enough. I'll do my best. And off you go.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't really want to ask, but after what happened there yesterday, I'm not sure a lot of us would be going there. There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of cops there.
What happened? We had a really, really peaceful, restful night's sleep after Masawa lost all of his pepper competition money.
Hey,
It's fine. It's fine.
we weren't supposed to bring it up.
No. By sometime a little bit before, a little bit after, I picked you up yesterday. There was an explosion.
What?
Yeah, here you'll see it. You'll see it here just in a second. And
I is going to sort of grin at the sound.
I'll duck down in the taxi cab.
So he's gonna come up like between the two floating districts and between the two, actual masses that the buildings are affixed to. He's gonna come up and kind of crest up and over, and as comes across, which I do believe I have. Give me 1 second. Maybe I don't have it. Anyway, you come across and you're going to see some of the nicest, tallest buildings all kind of clustered together. And from anybody who would know, almost every single one of these buildings has a very large official logo upon it, including the House of Cannith, House Cannith, House Civis, and House Lyrander. All have official buildings here in this neighborhood, as well as the embassies of Onderwear, Carnath, and Thrain. And as you do, seeing the dragon-marked houses on each of these large towers, you see a large plume of black smoke pouring out of the middle, height-wise, of one of the taller towers that you see emblazoned with the logo of House Cannith.
Well, remember yesterday when
No.
we
No,
so maybe
I remember nothing.
neither do I. All I remember is that was a delicious dinner that we had last night.
Oh, it was.
And as you kind of crest up, see the building, still smoldering, still producing a pretty good bit of black smoke, given that it's been, a full night and some time. And just as you kind of crest and, kind of brings you up and starts to head down into the district, left and right and almost everywhere, a bunch of other sky coaches in city guard uniform. Attention Sky Cab. This is the city guard of Sharn. Due to a criminal investigation as well as a security cordon, we are asking everybody to put down in the central garden and walk from there, just as a safety cordon around House Lyrander and the scene of yesterday's senseless terrorist attack against House Cannith. Comply, or we will shoot you out of the sky. You will be arrested and hanged for treason. We order this in the name of the king.
I think that we've seen everything that we need to see here.
Yeah, right.
I mean, do we really need to go see that this place that we have the address to is the place that's exploded because of the thing that we exploded yesterday? And potentially get accosted by the police?
I hate the police. They're always up on us.
The captain kind of looks back. It's a big place. Just don't go near House Cannith. It's a neighborhood of a city. It's gonna look weird if I turn around now, and I don't want to deal with that either.
Okay.
I will abide.
All right. Kind of put you down in this very large courtyard of at the foot of a very large tower, and he's like, I won't go too far. They're probably not going to let me, but come find me when you're done. And in front, you see this giant tower, set of stairs, what appears to be 6 members of the King's Shield, as well as 4 members of the Sharn City Watch. And on this tower, you see emblazoned the logo of House Lyrander.
What is it that they're known for again?
Airships.
Airships, yes. I'm seeing a connection here then. I wonder if these airships are what
Weren't they also
transports them.
weren't they also the house that we snuck into that one time?
I think so. I think that's right.
The mansion,
Yes.
Madani the Inquisitors, the one where
Oh.
that you found
Got-
the,
yeah,
drunk,
yeah,
the
yeah.
drunk guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was Madani.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the Inquisitors. Lyrander is airships. And if you were to follow, looking at the tower, seeing the logo, and continuing to look, up higher into the sky, you can see a large platform that kind of protrudes from the footprint of the building, as well as like an airship that appears to be moored up at the top of the tower.
This is not the blown up tower, is it?
No.
Good. Yeah. The blown up tower is probably not that far away, though.
It is not. And if you're to follow, there is even what they're called sky bridges. It's how towers connect to each other, so you don't have to go all the way downstairs across the across the road and then all the way back up. Certain buildings of places with good standing and a need for kind of expedited travel have these sky bridges. You're going to see one attached probably 20 floors up from where you are, attached to the smoking building. And the hole, actually, from the explosion seems to be right near one of the sky bridges. And it also appears as if that sky bridge has maybe partially collapsed.
Well, that would have been bad had I had anything to do with it.
What does the king's itinerary say he's going to be doing right now?
At this time tomorrow, it says that he is going to be arriving here.
So
So
we'll have to scout this place out and lock it down.
well, if he was going to be here tomorrow and all their plans, that if all those warforged were delivered here, up where the sky bridges are, then the warforged could easily access other towers from there and capture the king and or blow him up, or just go to strategic points and blow everything up. So maybe by blowing up these warforged, we cause all the damage to be centered in one spot instead of everywhere else. Maybe we saved lives by blowing up that warforged, allegedly.
Well, that was exactly the point of it.
See, we're doing good. We're doing good all over the place.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, in
We
front of the
work in mysterious ways.
yes, we'll spin it. Okay.
I'm gonna start walking around, checking all the perimeters and staring at anybody who happens to be around.
Okay. All right.
I mean, the king's shields are here. I'm assuming that there is someone from the royal family here, or maybe they're just here preemptively because the king's coming.
All right.
We don't know if they're looking for us or not. I don't know.
No, why would they be looking for us? We're good. And nondescript.
Right. You are literally a polished skeleton today.
He looks extra like himself.
Get it?
You look great. Is that bleach?
That's where all that charisma comes from.
Baking soda?
Yeah. Baking soda. Yeah.
So you're going to kind of mill about, aside from the obvious, police, military presence. There appear to be two people who are literally camped out. They got chairs and coolers and food, and they just are talking to each other and look absolutely thrilled, living their best life.
They're there to see the king, and they got there early, huh? How do they know? How do they know that there's going to be something of importance here?
They also got an itinerary off a body.
Yeah, did they have an itinerary?
They too killed a king's shield.
Allegedly.
Those dicks.
Yeah, and they're proud of it too. They're even gonna sit in front of a bunch of them, dare them to do something. That's right. We're right here. Mm.
They're powerful.
That's right. Jacobs, Martinez. That's right. I know all your names. You were late to work today.
Let's go talk to these two that are sitting out here.
Okay.
I'll approach them.
Oh. Are you here for the king?
You have no idea how here we are for the king.
Oh, I'm so glad we never miss an appearance. We live nearby, and King usually arrives by airship. So the second these guys show up, we know he's coming.
How very astute.
We just think the king is just so amazing.
How did you know he's going to be here?
Like I said, the guards, everything always comes by airship. He's not coming by lightning rail. And King Shield. Just the king likes to be flashy. There's not a lot of people that have airships still. And so what better way to make an entrance than by flying in?
So you think that today is the day, not tomorrow?
No. This place will be full tomorrow. We just didn't want to miss it.
Super fans.
Yeah, from our seats. Do you have the king's picture in your house?
He kind of like has like this little shield, and on the inside where like the straps are, there's like this picture of like Borno, like in like a propaganda photo too. Like he's got like his tigers in one hand, like a mighty sword, and just like a bunch of like headless goblins, just
sweet.
Yeah, no shirt, like just ripped.
Very nice.
Hair blowing.
Here's some reading material to put on the inside of your shield. I hope you hold it near and dear to your heart.
Ah, the silver flame. Yeah, there's a bunch of people at the embassy next door, all riled up about something. What's going on? There are quite a few people that seem kind of mad. They've all come through here all morning.
People from Thrain, or people mad at Thrain?
We're not really sure, but they've marched right over to the embassy. They're like, it's literally right next door.
There's just some mad people over there.
Yeah, right. And probably more. We hang out here quite a bit, and the embassy to Thrain's not very busy usually. But this might be the busiest we've ever seen it.
Well, Thrain's a big place. A lot of stuff happens there. Okay. Thanks for the info. I'll give the lady a pamphlet as well.
Oh, thank you. We don't have a lot going on here, so if something interesting is happening, come let us know. We're kind of busybodies, in case you haven't figured it out.
No, I didn't get that vibe at all.
I know. I've gotten pretty good at hiding it.
So, you guys want to go check out the embassy?
Yeah.
So they kind of point the way. You walk along like a nice little stone path through like a garden, eventually ending up in front of this very beautiful, multi-tiered kind of garden, fountain, open air complex. Flowers, the whole nine. And in the middle, you will see a Flametongue. You would recognize them as somebody pretty high up in the clergy of the Church of the Silver Flame, based on like how they're dressed. The kind of adornments to the armor, everything's going to say this is somebody pretty high up, probably about a bishop, maybe a little higher. And the crowd seems especially like fired up, and you know, it's almost like the thing from South Park. Everybody's kind of rabbling along. And real quick, let me.
They took our job.
What are we rabbling about today? So it's a lot of rabbling, and the bishop seems to just, you know, try to be getting under control. And in the crowd, on a cursory glance, you are going to see your boy Duncan, the member of House Cannith that you gave reading to when he was locked up. As well as the two girls from the bar the previous night, and a bunch of other people. Almost all of them, with the exception of the girls, seem to be adorned in some kind of like regalia of the Church of the Silver Flame, like whether it be like an amulet or, you know, whatever style of dress signifies those especially devout. They all seem to be trying to give this dude like what for.
Yeah. I guess I'll approach the rabble
Okay.
and rouse them.
I'll go with.
As you walk up, you start to get a little more kind of feel for what they're mad about. They're quite animated and quite mad that Thrain is pulling all the support for all of the churches in town and closing them all down. And they are quite upset at what is soon to be their lack of places to worship. Bishop,
Exactly.
I understand. This place is becoming unsafe for the devout. Our temples vandalized, our devoted congregations attacked. We need to pull back to a place where we are most safe and where our holy flame burns the brightest. The church is willing to pay for relocation of any of its devout members unable to worship in Sharn are welcome to return home to Flamehold and worship in the Cathedral of the Silver Flame with its most devout on its holy ground. I don't want to go all the way to Thrain. I got a family here. I've got a job here. We apologize on behalf of not only the church, but the nation as well. But in this time, its most devout must do what is right for the church and give of themselves as the church has given to them. People getting real upset.
I'll kind of nudge Flametongue.
I'll step up and I'll call him a coward.
Oh shit!
You're a coward, and anyone who is actually devoted to the Silver Flame knows that actions are what we're all about. So what does it look like your actions when you leave a place in their most desperate time of need, and a place where we could actually be doing some good and helping instead of just sitting in a temple and waiting for people to come and give us their money.
And like the crowd like shifts to you because you're big, you're giant, you got this thundering voice, and suddenly, you know, you're speaking from a place of knowledge. They all like turn and like gasp when they hear you make your points, and then like a tennis match, like suddenly everybody just turns and looks at the bishop. My lady, I appreciate your concern and your calls to rouse the common follower. We are responsible for their well-being, and that well-being cannot be in the church's hands in this unholy place. You are all pilgrims in an unholy land. Staying here does not show your devotion. And the crowd like ravels again, and then suddenly everybody looks to Flametongue.
Well, I mean, if you're calling for the devoted to just leave, I feel like that goes against the tenets of the Silver Flame itself. Why don't we just go and act and relight the fire in the temple ourselves? And if you're worried about people being attacked, why don't you teach them how to be able to fight back?
And he gets this like really shit-eating grin on his face. My lady, I appreciate your attempt to solve this problem. And while I once looked to you as a sister of the order, somebody knowledgeable in our faith, you have clearly proven me wrong at your suggestion that you relight the fire on your own. With what holy flame are you going to relight and reopen a temple without the church's say? Do not believe her, my devoted followers. She attempts to lead you astray with false prophecies and borderline heresy to believe that you are empowered in any way by the Silver Flame to light and operate a temple.
I'll reach behind my cloak and I'll pull out my lantern that has the Silver Flame, Eternal Flame burning in it. But I've got it right here. And what if I just went and did it?
Big gasp. Suddenly, you hear some clapping up in the second tier of the garden as two of the metal-masked cult hunters appear. We have allowed your heresy long enough. You spread the word of a false god. Allow these temples to remain shut and you may leave with your lives. Attempt to spread your heresy and you will burn and die like all heretics.
Yeah.
A fire in this city, the same as I light your corpses on fire when I burn you after you die.
Very well, heretic. It will be a pleasure ridding the world of your false word. Everybody roll initiative, please.
Man.
Well, Kai was not ready. He rolled a 5.
Okay.
Or was I? I rolled a 3.
I rolled 6.
Yo, big
He's
talk
a
from a
big
bunch
winner.
of people not really down to fight, apparently.
Hey, we're down. We're just waiting for them to make the first move.
All right. Unless something like god awful happens here, I imagine the cult hunters are going to go first.
You throw the first punch, bro.
Yeah, but not by much. Plus 4 to initiative. I rolled a 7 for a big fat 11.
Well, you win.
Right, but also not a high bar to get over. The plus 4, the plus 4 alone, I already beat you. I roll a 1, I tie with Kai. I roll a 2, I tie with Flametongue. I roll 3, I'm in the clear.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Let's go ahead and let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. So we'll zoom in a little bit. The cultists are actually going to go first. They're each going to throw from their perches. These grenades, or what look like little projectiles.
Very good.
All right. That's going to be a little big. Laying down what turns into 2 large clouds of smoke, obscuring everybody in the crowd. Flametongue and Masawa, you can barely even see the people who you're standing right next to in the crowd. And
I disappear and become invisible.
all right, well, is that a reaction?
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And then they're going to jump down and into the clouds of smoke. All right. That's going to be that. Flametongue, it is going to be you up next.
Well, shit. Am I? So might be a stretch. Let me know if you let this happen. Am I familiar enough with the masks that they're wearing to use locate object on it? Like, I've never touched one or anything, but I've seen them a few times.
Did you get up in the mix when they were at the festival? Or did you just see it from a distance?
As I was walking up, they were yelling the last of their yells and walking away, and then they disappeared.
I'm going to say yes.
So then I will cast locate object.
Okay. Is it concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will take a step out to the perimeter of the mist or smoke.
Since the is two of the same things considered the same object? Like, do you know where both of them are, or you know where that mask is, not just like a mask like it?
That's a great question. Because it also says, I mean, if you don't want to do it, it's fine. It says an item that an object I'm familiar with. That's familiar to me.
Shit. Slow mask. All right, I'm gonna be generous, and I'm gonna say both of them. So you can sense them. How does it look to you? Is it like a glowing object? Is it like Neo in the Matrix?
I mean, I feel like it'd be more of like in my mind's eye. I kind of just like I knew where they were, because it's like it would basically like let me find something, kind of a thing.
Okay. You're innately going to be drawn in the direction, not that you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. All right. That's that. Kai, it is you in the back.
Sorry, I was muted for a second. Being unable to see them, I think that Kai is going to prepare a mind sliver.
Okay.
I say prepare, I meant ready action. Ready a mind sliver, and the first hostile enemy he sees, he will mind sliver. He will move back just a little bit.
Okay.
But that is it for him.
Okay. All right, Masawa.
Me. I'm gonna step outside the mist and walk around over here and cast a darkness around myself.
Okay.
And that is like a 10-foot area around me of magical dense darkness.
Okay.
And then I hide.
In the darkness.
Yep.
Okay.
I am invisible. Huh?
Step out of your darkness into my own darkness.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. All right.
So I got a 17 stealth, and I'm invisible in the dark.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Flametongue, you are going to feel that pull of the cultists moving. And to you, it is going to feel like they are kind of converging on the middle of the room where the bishop was standing.
Oh, don't miss and kill the bishop.
Okay. And then as they do, the smoke is going to clear. Yep.
Will I be able to see them?
Yes. Hold on. I just wanted to. Boom. As soon as the smoke clears, they're going to be like right up on the bishop.
I guess I didn't specify which one, so I'll just choose the one on the right.
Okay.
For mind sliver, so just a DC 15 intelligence save.
Ooh. They're not that dumb, but I don't know if 15 smart. 17. Boom shakalaka.
I rolled really good on damage too. That's
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right, that's it for your held
Yep.
action. They are. That's as far as they can go, so they're going to be good. That's it for them. Flametongue, it is actually like your legit turn.
Well, I will stop concentrating on this spell. I can't quite get to them, but I will get up. I mean, I can get up on them, but I can't do anything. So I will get up here, and I will then use Sacred Weapon.
Okay. All right, that's your channel divinity, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. Kai, it is now your turn again.
So this bishop guy, are they trying to kill him, or was he bad guy?
I don't think they're going to shake his hand.
Okay, I'm gonna cast web on that area then.
Okay.
Again, it'll just be enough to where we could still get into melee with the assassins. So it'll be the 20-foot cube, basically just having them in there.
They're gonna get Flametongue too.
No, it'll yeah. So just like that,
Yep.
just like that. And it'll start of their turn. They'll roll, so they're good for now.
Okay, and it's not until it's their turn, yeah?
Correct. Start of their turn. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Masawa, it's your turn. The two cult hunters, stuck and sticky. The bishop as well.
All right. I'll go ahead and take a look at that. I'll go ahead and Eldritch Blast. Let's see here. Number 2. I'll Eldritch Blast the number 2 of the cult guy.
You can cast a cantrip while concentrating.
Oh, I'm not concentrating.
Did you drop the darkness or?
Oh, you're right. I was. I'll drop the darkness and
Okay.
then use that time to shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, on number 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Totally forgot about that. Good call. 24 to hit.
Yes.
So that is 8 force damage to that guy.
Okay.
Bam.
He's gonna take a shot. Even the mask is probably gonna be a little dented, like on the jawline, from the shot. Anything else?
Yeah, I move up to here. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. We are to the cultists who are upset because... All right, so what's the deal? I have to make a roll if I move, or I have to make a roll regardless?
Roll regardless, dexterity 15.
Okay.
And if you fail, then they're restrained.
Okay. Feeling good about this. Oh, okay. So number 1 saved. Number 2 most assuredly did not.
So when they're restrained, they can still attack. It's just at disadvantage.
Okay.
But they can't move. Attacks against it are at advantage. And it has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
The other one is fine. It treats this area as difficult terrain. If it stays in this area next turn, it will have to repeat the saving throw.
Okay. It is going to get the hell out quite quickly and roll up on Lady Flametongue and just come in furiously. 3 big jabs with a dagger. 15, 22, 14. I'm guessing the 22 is the only one.
22.
Okay.
Old deuce.
You are going to actually take 8 piercing damage.
Ooh.
As he's just going to come in like flying. That's going to be it for that one. The other one can attack but can't move. I can't.
And it can attempt an action to try to get out. It'd be a strength saving
Okay, that's
throw.
right. Okay. So it is going to see 15, yeah?
Yes.
Strength, not as 6, so no. All right, so that's going to stay. That one did. Boom, boom. Good. All right. Flametongue. One of them has come to you, perhaps needing a bit of the light.
Right. Let's do. So one of those is a 17, and the other one is a 16.
Both of them will hit.
So the first one be a searing smite, so we'll take an extra 2d6 fire damage.
Woo.
A light of fire in you. 22 for the first hit.
Is that the damage or is that to hit?
22 damage.
Holy shit. Okay, yes.
And 14 for the second hit.
Okay.
That was like almost max damage on just a straight weapon.
So, imbued with the holy power of being in the embassy to your nation, your searing smite just lays waste to this cult member. They go crashing down. The helmet's like dented and even like maybe pierced or cracked in such a way that when they fall, you can hear like the sizzling sound as like smoke begins to pour out of the hole in the helmet or the mask.
Silver flame burns bright within this one now.
Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Kai, you've got one of them sticky, one of them dead.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. Number 2 hasn't taken any damage.
No, it did. It took an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, sorry. I thought he attacked number 1.
Yeah.
I will toll the data then. So DC 15 Wisdom save.
That's that black. That's gonna be a 5. Damn.
16 necrotic damage.
Damn.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 on one of those D12s, so that always helps.
Nice. So yeah. The same like smoke and sizzling sound is going to come across as it just would be like the flesh on the face being burned and eaten away. All right. Cool. Kai, anything else? Nicely done.
I think that's it. That's
Okay.
a really good damage roll for that one, so I'm pretty happy.
It's gonna hang your hat on that one. Nice.
Yeah.
Quit while you're ahead. Got you. All right, Masawa. One of the cult hunters remains. It's burning and sizzling like under the mask.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to him and take 2 swings on him with my hex blade.
Okay.
So a 20 to hit on the first one,
Yes.
and a 26 to hit on the second one.
Yes.
Even though I should have advantage, right? Because he's restrained.
Yes.
Is that how that works? Landon?
Yeah, but you already hit them.
Yeah, I mean, I could crit if I get to roll again.
Yeah.
What was it does it is an advantage. Sorry, yes.
Oh, I did roll a crit.
There you go.
Oh my god. That is crazy, dude. Okay, well, I crit with the first one and re-rolled the same result for the second one. So, that's so cool. Advantage is the best.
Yes, it is.
2 20s and a crit. Dude. Should all go buy lottery tickets today.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So, so 32 damage
Holy
from the
shit.
first hit. And 12 from the second hit.
Okay. It was way dead like before you even got halfway through the 32.
And I cut his head off.
Okay. And as you do, it's going to go spinning up. There's plenty of light cascading in through the archways into this water garden. And the underside, the cut side of where the neck flesh is exposed, as it hits like rays of sunshine, you're going to see it like violently sizzle and kind of burn away every time. So like roll into this out of the light into the light, that kind of thing. And as it lands into a beam of sunshine and just bursts into flames, leaving a scalding hot but empty mask.
Weird. Can I do, let's see what kind of knowledge checks that I might be able to pull out for this one.
Give me a nature check with advantage, please.
Okay, I can do that. 17.
The smell, the reaction to sunlight, the completely covered faces, everything about this says vampire.
What? So it's a vampire cult. That's a vampire kill cult.
That's destroying all of the temples and getting rid of all of the religions in this city.
Yeah, that's unsettling as hell.
Gotta burn it down.
I mean,
Fire.
As the last of the cult hunters falls, all of the crowd who hid in combat has come out from behind, potted plants and everything else, to see what has happened to the cult hunters. They also see how the bishop did nothing, and they begin to boo him violently.
Boo this man.
he did nothing.
Listen, it's not the bishop's fault that he is inept at more than one thing. And the Church of the Silver Flame has its faults, and it chose wrongly to put such a coward in such a high position. I need to speak to the manager.
Oh. Good plan.
I am all that's left. Your nation has abandoned this godforsaken place. If you want to run this church so bad and you have the flame, then you run it. I'm going home. Now get me out of this thing.
Where's all the gold that you were going to use to relocate all these followers?
That comes from Thrain. I don't have it here.
Well, who can I talk to in Thrain about getting that cashola so that we can open this church back up?
Send a letter to the cathedral.
Give me your seal.
I don't know if you've noticed. I'm kind of stuck right now.
That's true.
Listen, how long does this spell? Make your strength check, you weakling.
Calling him out.
I rolled a nat one.
Ineffectual.
And I know this is going to come as a shock. My man does not have a plus 14 to strength.
I'll help him out. See, look, I'm doing a good deed. I'll go in. What save do I have to make here to go into this slime?
Probably strength to make it through.
Talking about the web,
Yeah.
it's 15 dex when you enter it. I can end. It's a concentration, so I can end it if you'd like me to.
Yeah. Please get this guy out of this muck so he can get out of here.
I will say, if you expose fire to it, it will burn away.
Oh, even better. Okay, let's take out the eternal flame and I'll light it on fire with it.
Yes, it just depends if you want the bishop sitting in the middle when you.
If his clothes get singed, his clothes get singed. That's how it is.
It burns away in one round, dealing 2d4 fire damage to any creature that starts its turn in the fire.
I'll heal it, you guys.
No, burning.
Yeah, he can take the 2d4 fire damage.
He did all right.
Turn him into a lesson.
He did all right.
Let that be a lesson to you.
My man didn't have a lot to give, but he could afford 4.
The flame was generous and only took for a little bit of your life force away, not all of it. So on your journey back to Thrain, why don't you think about the actual situation here and look inwards, do some good deeds, take some of this reading material. Maybe you need to reintroduce yourself to the church.
I will do so in Flamehold, bask under the warmth of the true eternal flame, while you and these pilgrims and converts wallow away in this city where we do not belong. Good riddance and good luck. And you can see him kind of stand up, and he walks a little weird in his plate armor, because either it's really still hot or that's where his 4 damage came from. It was from, some contact burns. And he's going to just bugger off.
Nicely done, Flametongue.
What should we do, sister? Should we go open the temple?
Now, listen, if you're going to reopen the temple, you're going to have to be dealing. Do you see these vampires? These guys are definitely vampires. vampires are trying to get rid of all the religions, and it's not just the silver flame. So, be wary. And I do have in my inventory a garlic braid necklace. Go get yourself one of these. I'll show them the necklace. I took it from the apartment that we were in where all of the vampire stuff was.
That's true.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And I'll show them the garlic braid necklace. Wear one of these. Get one. Eat some garlic. Some of the myths are true.
A familiar.
But you also need to practice your penmanship so you can write more pamphlets to give out.
A familiar face is going to kind of straighten up and walk over to you. Sister, I am a warforged. I do not need protection from these vampires. And while I understand you have important work to do, I would ask that you leave me in charge of this temple to carry on in your name as your student.
Yeah, that sounds great, but can I take a peek under the hood real quick, Duncan? I just need to look in your inside parts to make sure that you don't have something in there that's not good.
Okay, sister, but all I feel inside me is the light and warmth of the silver flame.
I love that answer, but I'm talking something physically tangible that may cause a lot of fire, but not your heart.
Give me an investigation check.
Not good.
How probing.
Oh, great. With a -1, got a 2.
Wow. You just like grab him by the arm.
You're like looking in his eye. Everything looks good.
Open your mouth. All right. Perfect. Okay. Well, yep. Everything checks out. Looks great to me.
Please don't
Here you
blow
go.
up.
Yeah. Hey, might cause some sympathy for the church if we get some martyrs. Just saying. Just saying. Martyrs always work well.
That's true.
Sister, I will find the least valuable that may provide the most exposure to the plight of the church and let the flame guide my hand in my actions so that we may spread the gospel of the silver flame. And as he does so, he unscrews his hand and there's actually like a knife in there, like a little dagger. And then
Very
he
good.
shows it to you, screws his hand back on. Let the will of the flame be done, sister.
Duncan is not messing around.
Yeah.
Got a shank.
I mean, he's still one of those new school warforged, man. Just, he's seen the light. He can be both things.
That's true.
Very well, sister. With your blessing, I shall return to the temple, light the flame, and begin spreading the word of the silver flame in your name.
But don't just spread the word. You got to do good deeds too. That's the whole point.
Showing people the light of the silver flame is a good deed. We'll start with that.
All right, but don't do arson.
Unless
Right.
unless the light needs to be provided by a more literal flame.
Sure.
Yes. I like this.
Cold, calculating. Excellent.
Semi-sentient.
Yeah.
Whatever the droid was from Knights of the Old Republic, but not as much of a douchebag.
K-47
Yeah.
K-47.
Yeah, the one everybody loves. No, I hate that droid.
meat bag.
Yeah. just above it, like a very religious kind of, you know, proselytizing assassin droid. And so with Duncan now kind of de facto head of the Silver Flame, you gave him the lantern?
Yeah, I'll give him the lantern.
Okay.
This is my most precious possession, Duncan. I've entrusting it to you to light the church. I don't have a key. I did not get the key. I only got the signet ring. I don't want to chase that guy down. So you might have to break the door down, but that's okay. I give you permission. Just fix it afterward.
Very well, sister. May the light of the Silver Flame guide your way. And Duncan gives you a big bow. It's like, come on, flock. Let's go attend and spread the word of the Silver Flame.
I'll try to get you some money, but who knows?
It is no need, sister. I'm sure I will do my best at the fundraising. And once again, as he walks away without turning away, like unscrews his hand, shows you the blade.
Great.
Screws it back down. As he leads the procession off out of the water garden, back from whence you all came. And on that note, we're going to leave it for the evening. Nobody died. You met some princes. You reopened a temple. You created a benevolent terrorist act, kind of.
Yeah.
So
Allegedly.
Sure. Allegedly. Right. I'm sorry. You know, it happened. We don't know how, mysteriously. All right.
No connection.
Yeah. Just, you know, coincidence. All right. So we will leave it there for this evening. Next week, we will be very happy to bring episode 10 of this season. As we kind of really quickly get towards the end of season 2 here. After we finish, we are going to have our very good friend Sam, who's guest DM'd more than a few times on this channel, come in, give me a little break, and I am going to get to play for a sustained period of time with my friends here, and I am so excited. And then after that, we will be back for season 3 of this campaign, which is yet to be named. So that's all the business for tonight. As you've seen, these great guys who I am so lucky to know and get to hang out with every week are amazing at roleplay in a kind of benevolent terrorist kind of way. They are even better people behind them. We give them a little chance to say a little bit about themselves before we get out of here. Let's start with our softest objector to the plan as set forth, who made his objections noted but did nothing to follow up on it. Landon, you still feeling pretty good about sending the potentially explosive Warforged up the tube? Knowing now where it may have ended up?
Yeah, all's well as that ends well. You know, that's the thing. Like, Kai knew they were being sent to people who were probably using them for nefarious reasons and everything. Like, it was all not good things. But, you know, Kai's main worry would be drawing attention to the group specifically. But, you know, fortunately, it seems like it didn't cause any issues that way. But, you know, he's happy how it worked out.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tell us about our boy Landon.
So I'm Landon. I'm a software developer. I have a wife and I have 2 St. Bernards. Unfortunately, one of mine, it partially tore a CCL, and so we got 3 weeks until we have a consult with a surgeon. So we're gonna get that fixed up as soon as possible. Until then, he's gonna be on quite a few pain meds, I guess.
That sucks, bro. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah, it sucks.
I was like,
but,
just for a dog that big, man, that can't be easy.
No, the thing that's the hardest, because it's not a full tear, it's only a partial tear. So, like, he's limping and everything, so I feel bad for him. But at least I don't have, like, he's 186 pounds. So if I had to, like, pick him up and put him in the car to take him to the vet,
Fuck
that would be a lot. harder, then currently he's not happy with it, that he'll still,
All right.
but anyways,
Done.
yeah, I'm a huge fan of fantasy games. Huge fan of like the fantasy genre in general. D&D is awesome. I've recently been reading other game systems too, so been having a lot of fun with that. Every week I look forward to playing with this group of people. I love playing with you guys. I know today I wasn't as energetic as normal. I got woke up a few times last night. It's storming really bad here, so I am definitely fatigued, but I still had a lot of fun. It's definitely worth it. So,
I'm glad.
yeah. But that's about it for me today.
All right. Awesome. Let us go to our kind of idea man here with lighting the Warforged on a course, allegedly, to potentially exploding and shipping them at a high rate of speed to an undetermined location at the time. Tenta, you feeling pretty good about your choice, knowing how it worked out?
Oh yeah. I feel fully validated, and I can't wait to make future similar decisions.
Okay, outstanding. All right, and then tell us about our boy Tenta.
I'm Tenta. I'm 39 and married, 2 cats, and glad as hell to be a part of this group. And you can get a hold of me on Twitter at RipTentaSqueeze, and we can talk about metal and MMA and all kinds of fun stuff. So thank you guys. It's been awesome, and this was a really fun session.
Awesome. Glad you had fun, buddy. All right. And last, let's finish up with, I'm guessing we could consider our kind of big winner of the session. Stuck it to the church hierarchy, won some followers, saw a very proud moment of your first kind of convert going out there and wanting to lead the church on his own, willing to go to extraordinary lengths to do so. I'm sure that'll be fun later. Nick, how you feel? How's Flametongue feeling right now? And then tell us about our boy Nick.
Flametongue herself, very elated. It's a great win. Very charismatic, pretty wise, not super smart. So Duncan being in charge seems like a great idea. Now, maybe a semi-soulless, super devout, like leader of a church is not such a great thing. We could take prime examples from real life. But yeah, Flametongue thinks this is just amazing. And if she could get any kind of actual support from the church, that'd be great. Probably not gonna, because then they'd have to acknowledge that she's actually doing actual church stuff, which probably won't happen. But yeah, also, out of character, maybe a terrorist, may have saved lives, may have started a splinter cell of a church. A lot of things could have happened in this episode.
The Silver Flame Reformation is season 4.
Yeah.
Protestant members of the Silver Flame coming wanting freedom from the church.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to get divorced.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good time for her. I'm a chef from Sacramento. It's the hottest day of the year here. It's 108 today. But I got my garage down to 78 degrees with an exhaust fan and some other fans, which is great. So yeah, today was a win-win situation.
Awesome.
And I love playing with you guys. Thank you so much for having me in this group.
Awesome. All right, that's our amazing cast. That's been an absolutely amazing show. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Dynasty of Dragons, our high-level limited campaign. We haven't been off for a little while there. We are back after our little summer hiatus. Super excited about that. Not to be streamed, but just to know what's going on. On Friday night, we will be having our Session 0 for what will be our third campaign, Legacy of Blood, a Drow Family Tale. So super pumped about that. That campaign is going to be awesome. Some people you've seen on the channel before. A couple not as much. So we've got a group. Our boy Tenta obviously is part of that show. We're very excited, along with some older and newer friends that we can't wait to be a part of that. So that's going to be that. To everybody who watched tonight, thank you very much. Lewis, obviously, Applied Karma, thank you for the sub. We appreciate the support. We will see everybody tomorrow night for Dynasty of Dragons, and if not, we will see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. for Eberron Tranquility's Betrayal. Until then, thank you for watching. Always remember, I love Dungeons & Dragons and the people who play it, and we'll see everybody next week. Goodbye. Later.